Chapter 24 of The Adventures of Reddy Fox. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit librivox.org. Recording by Kangaroo 692. The Adventures of Reddy Fox by Thornton Burgess. Chapter 24. Granny and Reddy have to move. "I don't want to move," whined Reddy Fox. "I'm too sore to walk." Old Granny Fox gave him a shove. "You go along and do as I say," she snapped. "If you had minded me, we wouldn't have to move. It's all your fault. The wonder is that you weren't killed even when you poked your head out right in front of Farmer Brown's boy. Now that he knows where we live, he will give us no peace. Move along lively now. This is the best home I've ever had, and now I've got to leave it. Oh dear, oh dear." Reddy Fox hobbled along up the long hall and out the front door. He was walking on 3 legs, and at every step he made a face because, it hurts so to walk. The little stars, looking down from the sky, said Reddy Fox limp out of the door of the house he had lived in so long, and right behind him came old Granny Fox. Granny sighed and wiped away a tear as she said goodbye to her old home. Reddy Fox was thinking too much of his own troubles to notice how badly Granny Fox was feeling. Every few steps he had to sit down and rest because it hurt him so to walk. "I don't see the use of moving tonight anyway. It would be a lot easier and pleasanter when the sun is shining. The night air makes me so stiff that I know I never will get over it." Old Granny Fox listened to him for a while, and then she lost patience. Yes, Sir, Granny Fox lost patience. She boxed Reddy Fox first on one ear and then on the other. Reddy began to snivel. "Stop that!" Granny Fox said sharply. "Do you want all the neighbors to know that we have to move? They'll find it soon enough. Now come along with me without any more fuss. If you don't, I'll just go off and leave you to shift for yourself. Then how will you get anything to eat?" Reddy Fox wiped his eyes on his coat sleeve and hobbled along as best he could. Granny Fox would run a little way ahead to see that the way was safe and then come back for Reddy. Poor Reddy! He did his best not to complain, but it was such hard work. And somehow Reddy Fox didn't believe that it was all necessary. He had been terribly frightened when he had disobeyed Granny Fox that afternoon and put his head out of the door, only to look right into the freckled face of Farmer Brown's boy. He had ducked back out of sight again too quickly for Farmer Brown's boy to shoot, and now he couldn't see why Granny Fox wanted to move that very night. She's getting old and timid and fussy," muttered Reddy Fox as he hobbled along behind her. It seemed to Reddy as if they had walked miles and miles. He really thought that they had been walking nearly all night when old Granny Fox stopped in front of the worst-looking old fox house Reddy had ever seen. "Here we are," said she. "What? Are we going to live in that thing?" cried Reddy. "It isn't fit for any respectable fox to put his nose into." "It is where I was born," snapped old Granny Fox. "If you want to keep out of harm's way, don't go putting on airs now. Who scorns the simple things of life and tilts his nose at all he sees, is almost sure to feel the knife of want cut through his pleasant ease. Now don't let me hear another word from you, but get inside at once." Reddy Fox didn't quite understand all Granny Fox had said, but he knew when she was to be obeyed, and so he crawled gingerly through the broken doorway. End of chapter 24. Recording by Kangaroo692.